Hi, I'm Susan Koonts, and this is Lori Laws, and we are teachers at Old Town Athletic Club Warrenton Pilates, and we're here to demonstrate some beginner Pilates mat exercises. So Lori is now in a neutral spine position, and which is following the natural curves of the spine. She's going to breathe into her back ribs, what we call a posterolateral rib cage breath. So it comes all the way in, expands the back ribs, exhaling, connecting to the deepest abdominal muscles by way of the pelvic floor. So she'll do a couple of those big breaths without shifting the pelvis. Using the exhale, just feeling the deep transverse abdominals kicking in. And then on her next exhale, we're going to do a pelvic tilt. So using just those abdominals, she'll tilt the pelvis and then let the arch return to the lumbar spine as she inhales. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. We call this a pelvic bowl. It's like you're pouring the water toward the chest. You have a bowl of water on your tummy and you're pouring it toward the chest. Back to neutral. Now this time, Lori, let's go into a bridge. So posteriorly tilt the pelvis, tilt. Start to use your glutes and hamstrings as you lift your hips up into a neutral spine position. As you breathe in, you're thinking length through your arms, through your knees, through the crown of your head in opposite directions. And then on that next exhale, it's one vertebra at a time from the top to the bottom, all the way down until you find yourself back in neutral spine. And again, posteriorly tilt that pelvis, articulate your vertebra up. Think length through the arms, the knees, the crown of the head, and then one vertebra at a time as you articulate your vertebra all the way down. You might do that 4 to 6 repetitions of everything in the beginning, maximum of 8. Now let's go ahead and just lengthen the legs out all the way. Think length through the arms, the legs. The arms reach up toward the ceiling as you sink the arm bone into the socket and the ribs stay together in front. Fill up your back ribs with air, and on your exhale, tuck your chin like you're holding an egg between your chin and your chest, and then roll yourself right up, all the way up. Deep C curve of that spine as you draw back. Shoulders are down as you reach forward with the arms and the heels. Staying in that deep C curve, start from your lumbar spine, rolling down. Scapula pulls down the back as you reach with the fingertips, really using those abdominals to resist that return to the table, and then up toward the ceiling. Excellent job. Fill up the lungs with air, wait for the exhale, tuck the chin like you're holding an egg between your chin and your chest. Roll through that spine, really deepening that C curve, feeling the front ribs come together, scapula pulls down. Heels reach forward to flex the foot and then curl down, still reaching forward with the fingertips all the way down. Nice job. Keeping length, and then back down. Nice job. Sinking the arm bone into the socket. So this is our Apparatus Studio, and we use various different pieces of apparatus for our work here. These are reformers. We have a couple of different types of reformers. They all do the same thing. The reformer is really considered the workhorse of the Pilates exercise. And Joe Pilates, the creator of the work, thought that it reformed you, it reformed the body, so hence the name reformer. And we do a variety of different exercises on our sliding carriages with our boxes or without, and with the resistance springs and the ropes. In the back of the room, we have the Cadillacs. Joe Pilates thought that was the primo piece of equipment, and so he named it the Cadillac because he thought that was indicated that it was the best. And we do lots of different stretches and various different exercises on our Cadillacs. We also use a variety of barrels, which you'll see the ladder barrel back there. And we have, of course, our spine corrector barrel in the back of the room, all which do wonderful work with our barrels. Then, of course, over on the other side of the room, we have our chairs. And we do have a variety of different types of chairs, but for our group classes, we use these particular chairs here that you see. And the chairs are really considered the most difficult piece of equipment that we use. Less support for the body, more need for the core to do your work for you. But everything has resistance springs, which allow you more support depending on what your particular ability is. Well, you know, obviously I'm partial to Pilates work, but because it builds a foundation, it's my experience that people go in and start doing strength training or other types of exercise, running perhaps, but their foundation, their deeper muscles of the body are not prepared to support their weight or the impact or whatever it is they might happen to be doing. So you need to have a strong core, and the core. Most people think core means your abdominal muscles. Well, of course, abs are part of the core, but we're talking about the muscles that are deep in the body, the little muscles that support your foundation, and then you have support for your joints and your external muscles that, and they need that to avoid injury and for better posture, and just for overall well-being and good health. You need to strengthen your core, and it's frequently ignored by most people, but you can really avoid a lot of injury by strengthening your core.